Let's start with the blunt truth. Trading will never give you the life you want if you only treat it as a money making tool. If you are just here to make a quick buck, the market will eventually crash you. Trading only eventually changes your life when you stop using it as a casino and start using it as a training ground for strategic thinking. When you do that, the profit is just a byproduct. What you actually gain is a decision making system capable of steering your life in any direction you cautiously choose. Welcome to Market Sector. Today we are breaking out of the reactive mindset. We are going to apply the ultimate trading framework to your life and start designing your future on purpose. Let's dive in. Act 1: The Reactive Life Trap. Right now, most people are trading and living in a purely reactive state. The market moves, they react. Price drops, they panic sell. They lose a trade, they revenge trade to get it back. That isn't trading. That is living your life being dragged around by a leash. And if you look closely, you will see the exact same toxic structure in your daily life. You see someone else succeed on Instagram and you feel restless. You face a minor setback at work and you panic. It's not because you lack knowledge, it's because you lack strategic thinking. Applying strategic thinking to trading means you stop asking short term, anxious questions. Will this specific trade win? Instead, you start asking life level questions. Is this decision moving me closer to or further from the life I want to live? A trade is no longer a gamble. It becomes a single brick in the house you are building. You stop letting the heartbeat of the market dictate your own heartbeat. Act 2: Stop loss your life. If you had to choose one single concept in trading that could change your life the most, it wouldn't be a secret entry strategy, it would be risk management. Beginners look at a chart and ask, how much money can I make? Professionals look at a chart and ask, if I am wrong, how much I will lose? And will I still be alive to play tomorrow? That difference sounds small, but it transforms everything. Many people live their real lives with zero risk management. They bet their entire emotional well being on one relationship. They sacrifice their physical health for a stressful job, telling themselves, I will sleep when I'm rich. These are decisions without a stop loss. When things go wrong, they don't just lose money, they lose themselves. A stop loss in life isn't quitting. It is a boundary of self respect. It is the point where you say, this is enough. Beyond this line, I will self destruct. A toxic relationship needs a stop loss. A bad habit needs a stop loss. You can't control the market, but you can control your position size. You can't control life circumstances, but you can absolutely control how much of your peace you are willing to risk. Act 3: Escaping the single trade mindsets. When a trader truly matures, a massive psychological shift happens. They stop seeing trading as a sequence of personal wins and losses and start seeing it as a probability system. In trading, a single trade means absolutely nothing. It is just one tiny data point out of 1,000. You don't call yourself a genius when you win one trade, and you don't call yourself an idiot when you lose one. But in life, we do this all the time. You fail at one project and you label yourself as a failure. You get rejected once and you believe you are unworthy. That is single trade thinking, ruining your mental health. When you adopt system thinking, you realize something incredibly freeing. You can do everything right and still lose. Once you understand this, you stop demanding that the world be perfectly fair. You stop asking, why haven't I been rewarded yet? And start asking, am I repeating the right behaviors long enough for the math to work in my favor? You don't need willpower to succeed in life. You need structure. A good trader trusts their system after 1,000 trades. You need to trust your path after 1,000 daily choices. Act 4: Positioning. Beginner traders always ask, where should I enter? Strategic traders ask, what is my position in this game? In trading, your edge doesn't come from being the smartest person in the room. It comes from choosing setups where the structure is tilted heavily in your favor. Applied to life, this saves you from the ultimate trap, competing where you have no advantages. So many people are burnt out, not because they are incapable, but because they are playing the wrong game. They are chasing a definition of success designed for someone else. It's like a trader trying to stress scalp the 1 minute chart when their natural personality is meant for calm, weekly swing trading. The market does not reward effort, it rewards edge. You can work 80 hours a week, but if you have no edge, you will lose. You need to step back and ask, what is my natural advantage? Maybe it's deep focus. Maybe it's the ability to stay incredibly calm under pressure. Build your career and your lifestyle around your unique edge and stop forcing yourself to keep up with other people's races. You only need to win your own game. Act 5: The Compounding Effect. When a trader survives long enough, they discover a quiet but heavy truth. Big results do not come from big hits. They come from not breaking the chain of small, boring decisions. Beginners chase the trade of a lifetime. They want one massive win to prove to everyone that they were right. Strategic traders know that they don't need the market to favor them. They only need time to be on their side. Your life today is the result of thousands of tiny decisions you made every single morning. How you sleep, what you eat, how you react to stress. A good decision today doesn't have to change your life immediately. It just has to make your next decision a little bit easier to get right. When you cut a loss according to your plan, you are stuck in trust in yourself. When you don't trade because the conditions are garbage, you're stuck in mental clarity. You don't need to predict where you will be in 10 years. You just need to make sure that today's tiny decisions are tilting the scale in the right direction. If you treat trading only as a way to make money, it will drain the life out of you. But if you use it as a mental training camp, it will give you a brain that thinks strategically in every single area of your existence. You stop asking, how do I trade better? And start asking, how do I become the kind of person who makes undeniable decisions? You learn to take total responsibility, no blame in the market, no blame in your boss, no blame in the economy. You realize that freedom doesn't come from avoiding risk. Freedom comes from managing risk so perfectly that you always have options. Your life is the most important strategic project you will ever manage. Everything else, money, work, relationships, is just a component of that system. Stop living passively, take the wheel. You are no longer just a player in the game, you are the designer. If this video shifted the way you look at trading and your life, hit the subscribe button. Down in the comments, tell me what stop loss you need to implement in your personal life today. Keep stacking those good decisions, and I will see you in the next video.